a little bit of breath work. So we usually get straight into yoga, but today we're going to do a little bit of breathing. So just go ahead and get comfortable. You can sit on a cushion, you can sit on a blanket. If you really want to, you can sit on a chair. Just kind of get comfortable, whatever shape you want to make, wherever you are. Good. Okay. So just make sure we're all comfortable. Brilliant. When you get in that seated space, go ahead and give yourself a little wiggle, move things around, shrug those shoulders up, and then exhale, let them drop. Good, do that again. Deep inhale, shrug those shoulders up. Exhale, pull them back, let them drop. And take a really big breath now. Deep breath in, draw those shoulders up. Exhale, draw them back. And let yourself be for a moment. So if you need to wiggle around, wiggle around again, get comfortable, figure out where you need to be, do so. If you're happy to be still, do so. Find yourself wherever you are right now. But when you get there, take another breath out. Make it a little slower, a little longer. And let your day go. Whatever's happened today, the good things, the bad things, the in-between things. Take a moment to just let those things be. And also let yourself be as you are right now. So those thoughts that litter your brain, take a moment to just recognize them. And then distance yourself slightly, observe them, and then let them go. Take another breath out. Maybe allow yourself to sit a little taller. Draw those shoulder blades up and back. Give yourself space to expand those ribs, those lungs. And then take a breath in through the nose. Mouth closed, let it go. Maybe close your eyes again, let yourself be again. Notice what thoughts are still lingering in your mind. Take another breath out, let them go. Do a physical scan. Notice where you're maybe a little tense, maybe feel a little tight. Try not to worry about it, just observe it. And then try and consciously relax in those places a little bit more. It's okay if it doesn't happen immediately. We're going to go for what's called a box breath today. So if you just imagine a box outlining your stomach or your torso, we're just going to breathe to those equal sides. So if the box analogy doesn't quite work for you, don't worry about it. We're going to count with it. So just take a breath in for 1, 2. Hold that breath. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold the exhale. 1, 2. So if you kind of understand this, the equal sides of breath on each side. And now just take a breath out, let it go. And know that whatever happens in your breathing, if it doesn't go according to plan, it doesn't matter. Let it go. Start again. So joining with us, take a deep breath in, sit up a little taller. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Build it. Inhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe in. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Go deeper. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. And let yourself be. Keep your eyes closed if you're there. Just observe your breath as it is now. And then when you're ready, flutter your eyes open. Maybe give yourself a little roll of the head, shake of the shoulders. And if that felt good, give yourself a little shimmy. If it didn't feel so good, give yourself a bigger shimmy, whatever you need to do. Sometimes breathing can feel really good. Sometimes it can feel really challenging. Doesn't mean you're good or bad at yoga or breathing. It's just the way it is sometimes. But now we're going to get some movement into your body. So if you've been sitting cross-legged, switch it up. Get the opposite leg in front. If you've been sitting in another way, switch it up. Do something different. Maybe even sit with your legs out wide if you want to. Maybe do a butterfly shape with the feet. Get creative in it. Now wherever you are, start to just sway from side to side. But as you sway, go with your breath. So breathe in, lean one way. Exhale, lean another way. As you sway, notice how your weight shifts from seat bone to seat bone. Try and keep your seat bone grounded so you start to get that stretch a little bit more in the lower back. So you'll notice one bum cheek wants to come off. Kind of try and keep it pushed down. Get that stretch a little bit more in the lower back. Now start to make it circular. So breathe in, pull yourself forward. Exhale, pull it back. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Maybe change direction of those circles. Ooh, notice if your back starts to crack and pop a little bit. Mine does too. It's completely normal. It's all good. Now inhale, reach both arms up, up, up. Exhale, give yourself a sway to one side. Notice if that seat bone comes off the ground. Keep it down. Inhale, bring it up. Reach up tall. Exhale over to the side. There we go. Inhale, reach it up. Interlace the fingers above your head. And then bring the hands behind the back of the head. Thumbs face down, kind of touching the back of the neck. And then exhale, lean over to one side. Good. Inhale, lift up and really hold onto the back of the neck to lift up. Exhale, lean over. Ooh, good. Inhale, up again. Exhale, just gently twist to one side. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Nice. Inhale, reach up, but keep the hands interlaced. Flip the palms so they reach up to the sky. And then exhale, gently start to reach forward. Ooh, and then let the hands come down to the ground wherever they want to go. Nice. Maybe shimmy those shoulders a little bit. Maybe turn the head side to side. Listen to your body more than your yoga teachers. If you want to get a little silly, move around in it, please feel free to do so. Good, and then slide those hands back up. Change the seat again. So maybe you switch the legs in the cross-legged position. Maybe you open it up out wide. Maybe legs forward. Listen to your body. Where does it want you to be today? There's no right way, there's no wrong way. So let go of the idea that it's got to be right. And then take it again. Side, shimmy. Yeah, bringing back those party moves. Happy New Year. Reach those arms up. Deep breath in. Interlace the fingers. And the way that you always interlace, switch it up. Opposite thumb on top. Let it feel a little bit weird. That's okay. Bend the elbows, hands behind the back of the neck. Inhale, reach those elbows wide apart. Exhale, lean to one side. Good. Really enjoy that stretch. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, reach with it. Nice side body stretch. Keep the core engaged. Inhale, reach it up. Nice. Exhale, twist. Use those core muscles to create that twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Try and keep those elbows wide apart from one another. Nice. Inhale, up. Keep the hands interlaced, but reach those hands up. Flip the palms so they face high. Lean forward, lean forward. Eventually let your hands come down to the ground. Just enjoy that stretch through the back of the body. Maybe let the head drift down. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the jaw, relax the mouth. Let yourself melt into this fold. And then gently slide those hands back up. Let's take it to a tabletop when you're ready. So maybe you want to remove those socks if you're wearing any, just to help you grip the mat a little better. It's up to you. Get comfortable wherever you want to be. In that tabletop, spread those fingers wide apart. Push the knuckles of the hands into the ground, knees underneath the hips. Nice straight back, just like a tabletop. And then get those juicy cat-cows in there. So dip the belly, look forward. Exhale, push the hands into the ground. Squeeze the tummy in, dome up between the shoulders. Inhale, belly dips, look forward. Really enjoy that front body stretch. And then push the ground away. Maybe start to make it a little bit more dynamic. Shift the weight forward and back if that feels good in your body. Maybe side to side. Move around how your body's needing you to. Maybe you tuck the toes and the hips back. Make it a nice little stretch through the feet. Maybe roll the shoulders side to side. Maybe turn the hands so they face out. And roll their shoulders side to side. Get a little stretch going in there. Don't be afraid to get a little creative with your movement. Make up poses, make up options. Let it feel good to move. Yoga is your permission to get a little silly in your body. So take it as an opportunity to really enjoy that sensation. Let's get into the back of the legs now. So extend that right leg back behind you, but keep the toes to the ground. Shift the weight forward and back. Start to build a nice stretch at the back of that right calf muscle, back of the leg. Try and keep the heel lined up over the toes, going straight back and straight forward. Just a nice stretch to the back of that right leg. Good. Let it feel good. Maybe you want to turn the head from side to side. You can do so here. Maybe you want to spend a little bit more time with the weight leaning back. You can do so. Get creative in your movements. Good, and then when you're ready, pick that right foot up off the ground. Keep the toes facing down. Good, now cross the legs. Give yourself a little curtsy. Let the toes touch the ground. Nice, and then inhale, pick those feet up. Reach those heels back. Exhale, now knee to elbow. Ooh, try and make it touch. You've got it. Yes, inhale, send it back again. Really reach with that heel. Exhale, slowly bring the knee to the elbow, make it kiss, and then place the foot outside of the right hand. If you need to pick it up to get it there, do so. Good, and then shift the weight forward and back here a little bit. Get into that hip joint, let it feel good. Maybe you can shift the weight from side to side. Notice where you feel it in your body and spend a little bit more time breathing in that space. If you want to pull your hips back, maybe come onto the heel of the foot. If that's where you feel it, let it feel good. Maybe you want to come a little further forward. Let those hips get low. Find your inner Shakira. Your hips are not going to lie, so listen to them. See what they want you to do. Enjoy that movement. Good. Nice. Now come to center so your knee is balanced above that front heel. Right arm reaches up, breathe in, easy twist. Such a misleading name for a pose. Not very easy, but that's okay. Breathe into it. Exhale, bring the hand down to the ground. Nice. Heel toe that right foot inside of that right hand now. Good. Making sure that heel is underneath the knee. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Good. Now reach back behind you, almost like you could touch the back wall. Ooh, let that be a nice opening sensation across the front of the chest. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, hand to the ground. Ooh, there we go. Now, inch those fingers forward. Let those hips get low. As you do so, notice that that back heel wants to come up off the ground. Try to keep it grounded. Good. Now, gently inch the fingers back behind you. Start to come onto that heel. Get those toes reaching up to the sky. Ooh, that's a stretch. Oh yeah, breathe into it. Walk those hands forward. Hips go low, heel stays down on the ground. Lift the heart up, lengthen the spine. Take the biggest breath in you can. Good. Exhale, start to inch those fingers back, toes off the ground. Really try and bring that right hip back. Yes, couple more times with the breath. Inhale forward, hips get low. Yeah, you got it. Exhale, bring it back. You do not have to straighten that front leg. You can if you want to, but it's not required. Inhale, send it forward. And one more time, send it back. Hang out here for a moment. Keep that front foot flexed. Those toes are reaching up. I know it makes it a little harder, but you've got what it takes. Good. Breathe into it. And then walk those hands forward. Whew. Tuck the back toes. Pick the back knee up off the ground. Easy twist again. Right arm reaches up. Deep breath in. Really try and keep those hips low. Reach that right arm up. Yes. Exhale. Hand to the ground. Ooh, now slide that foot back to meet the left. Oh, all of a sudden you're in a high plank. You've got it. Push those knuckles of the hands into the ground. Squeeze that tummy in and then lower down to the knees. Untuck the toes. Take a child's pose. Sigh it out. Nice. Inch the hands over to the right side of the mat. Give yourself a nice stretch in your child's pose. So really try and reach those fingers to the right. Draw those hips back. Relax the back of the neck. Let the head be heavy. Relax the jaw. Relax the mouth. Sometimes allow yourself to do less rather than needing to always do more. Reach the hands over to the left. Give yourself a big, big stretch and do a little less in it. Sink into it. Relax the jaw. Relax the forehead. Good. Keep breathing. Deepen your breath. And then reach those hands back to the middle. Fingers reach forward, hips draw back. Try and imagine getting that back of your body a little bit longer. Those muscles along the spine a little bit longer. Good. Now push the hands into the ground. Look between the hands. Inhale, come back up to it. Cow pose. Let that belly dip. Good. Now, inch those knees just a little bit further back. And then come into a modified low plank. Good, you got it. We're just going to take some pressure off that lower back. Keep the core pulling in, but let the hips dip low. So really keep that tummy muscle pulling in. Hips dip low, and then pull those hips back to a child's pose. Good, flow with it a little bit. Inhale, dome up between the shoulders like a wave. Shoulders crest at the top of the wave. Look forward. Slow motion. Let those hips get a little bit low. Push the palms into the ground. Draw the shoulders back. And then take it back to a child's pose. Good. A couple more times in your own rhythm. Build the wave over through the spine. Let it feel good. Move slowly so you can move mindfully, aware of all the muscles working together to create that nice, gentle opening movement through the spine. One more time. If you want to spend a little bit more time in child's pose or in this upward dog pose, whatever feels good for you, please do so. We'll meet in child's pose when you're ready. Take a long breath out. Good. Tabletop again. And build a bit more energy in it now. Start to do a few more cat-cows. wiggle it around. Remember, you can change the placement of your hands if you would like to. See how that feels. Good. Just explore the movement in your body. Don't be afraid to be a little bit curious. Good. And then we take it back to tabletop when you're ready. Left leg extends back behind you, toes touch the ground, and shift the weight forward and back. Really start to wake up the back left leg. So heel reaches back, move with your breath. Maybe you inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Notice how the thoughts of the day are starting to creep back into your head. Let those things go. And if the yoga is not really going according to plan today, also let it go. It doesn't matter. It's just yoga. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to feel good in your body. So maybe jazz it up a little bit. Make changes. Let it feel good in your body, whatever that looks like today. Good, then come to the center. Gently pick that foot up, toes face down, then cross the legs, touch the toes, give yourself a little curtsy, look over that right shoulder, give yourself a nice side body stretch. Good, inhale, pick that foot up. Now exhale, bring the knee to the left elbow. Ooh, core engaged, yes. Inhale, extend that foot back behind you, toes face down, breathe into the heel. Exhale, knee to elbow. Ooh, one more time. Send it back. Reach with that heel like you could send a light beam out of your foot. Now exhale, knee to elbow. Gently place that foot outside of the left hand. Yeah, there you go. Now shift the weight forward and back. Maybe rock those hips around. Spend some time where it feels good. Where you're starting to feel an opening sensation, something happening there in your body. Good. Breathe into it. Nice, and then find your center, meaning knee balanced above the heel, and then left arm reaches up. Welcome that twist. Try and reach up, get more space between your hands. Exhale, bring it down. Let's take that one more time, just because it feels so good. Reach up, squeeze the tummy in, really let it feel good. Focus on the opening sensation. Nice, hand comes down to the mat. Heel toe that foot inside of the left hand now. Good. Then start to inch the fingers forward. Get the hips low. Try and keep that heel on the ground if you can. Good. Now inch the fingers back. Seesaw on that heel. Get the toes reaching up to the sky. Oh yeah, you don't have to straighten that leg. Remember, you can keep it bent. Walk it forward. Breathe in. Focus on getting the spine nice and long. Get the hips low. Exhale. Pull it back. Try and pull that left femur into the hip joint. Good. Take it a couple more times. Breathe into it. Get those hips low, but lift the heart up. Walk it back. Squeeze the tummy in. Good. One more time. Breathe into it. Really lift that heart up. Exhale, walk it back. Take a few breaths here. Keep those toes reaching up to the sky. Keep that left hip pulling in and back. You got it, you got it. And then walk it forward. Yes. Hands to the ground, palms to the ground. Tuck the back toes, get the back knee up off the ground. Yes. Keep those hips low. Left arm reaches up. Deep breath in. Nice. And then exhale, hand to the ground. Good. Look forward, start to step forward, standing forward fold, and just pause here for a moment. Gently sway from side to side if you need to. Get comfortable. Move your body around. Pause your breathing. Nice. And then halfway lift, breathe it in. Exhale, fold it forward. Relax the back of the neck. Good. Come up to standing. Deep breath in. Arms reach up high. Exhale, take it to prayer. Good. Find your center. Push the heels into the ground. Squeeze that tummy in. Draw the shoulders back. Nice. Inhale. Reach both arms up high to the sky. Interlace the fingers. Flip the palms. And then just banana shape it over one direction. Try and keep the biceps pulling back by the ears. Inhale up again. Exhale. Nice side body stretch. Good. Inhale up. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. Open up those elbows wide. Good. Now push down with the heels. Lift the heart up. Focus your vision on something still and steady. Shift the weight into the left foot and gently just start to step the right foot back behind you. Yeah, ooh, welcome those wobbles. Doubt your doubts, you've got it. You can step that foot as far back or as little back as you would like to. Find the place that works for you and then open those elbows up, breathe in. Try and use the grip on the back of the neck to lift the chest. Good, and then reach those arms up high to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, fold over that front foot, hands come down to the ground. Nice. Now inch that back foot forward, so slightly. We're going to go for a pyramid pose. So if you've got a block or something like that, you can grab onto it here if you want to. You don't have to. You can just hold onto the thigh or the knee, whatever you would need to instead. Try to pull the right hip forward, pull the left hip back, and you're going to start to feel that stretch to the front left leg. Breathe into it. Good. Squeeze that tummy in and try and square your hips to the top of the mat. So you're going to start to feel that stretch to that left leg. If it's not quite where it needs to be, maybe you want to narrow those feet a little bit more. Maybe you want to make it a little wider. Maybe you want to play with that anyway and just see what that feels like in your body. Breathe into it. Good. And then take another breath in. Look forward. Bend that front leg and gently pick up the back right foot. You can change the position of your hands if you need to. Ooh, get that heel a little higher. A little higher. Yes, and then step it forward, standing forward fold. Whoo, shake it out. Nice. Up to standing, deep breath in. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Nice. Inhale, reach it up. Interlace the fingers in the non-dominant grip and place them behind the back of the neck. Clear the mind, elevate the heart, open up those elbows, get them wide apart. Shift the weight into the right foot, squeeze the tummy in. Focus on where you are, the rest will come. Slowly start to step that other foot back behind you. Shimmy it back a little further if you need to. Welcome those wobbles. Good. And then try and pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Open up those elbows. Maybe get a little lower. Breathe into it. Reach those arms up high. Nice. And then elegantly fold it forward. Woo. Hands to the mat. Nice. Introduce that block again if you would like to. Step that back foot forward ever so slightly. Find the sweet spot. Check that all 10 toes are facing forward. Good. And then melt into that pyramid pose. So try and bring that right hip back. Bring the left hip forward. Squeeze that lower belly in. Good. And just enjoy that stretch through the back of the right leg. And if it's not in the right spot, change where that back leg is. Make it a little wider, make it a little narrower, a little further back. Maybe play with it just to see what it feels like. When you find that sweet spot, breathe into it. A few long breaths, a few long exhales. Good. Now maybe start to bend that front knee. Maybe put the hands a little further forward. Slow motion. Pick that back foot up. Squeeze the tummy in. Get that heel up. Ooh, play with getting it a little higher, a little higher. Yes. And then slowly step it forward. Whew, standing forward fold. Wiggle out those legs. Maybe roll from side to side. Relax the back of the neck. Pause in your forward fold. Let it feel good. Nice. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Okay, stay with me here. So take the peace fingers, so your pointer finger and your middle finger, and try and wrap those fingers around your big toes. You're like, how on earth is that going to happen? Bend the knees. You'll be able to get there. Good. When you have it, relax the upper body. Remember, you can keep those knees bent if it helps you grab onto those toes. Good, and then gently relax the back of the neck, relax the jaw. Wherever you are, let it feel good. Release the grip of the toes. Grab onto that block again if you'd like to. You don't have to. We're going to take it to standing splits again. So you're just going to shift the weight onto that left foot, raise up that right foot, reach it back behind you, flex the foot. Good. And like a pendulum, we're going to come up on that left foot, gently reach that right foot forward. Whew. Had to put a little bit of work in here for you. Keep that right foot flexed. Squeeze that belly in. Reach the arms up. And then pendulum it again. Hands come down. Right foot goes high. Yes, step it back. Pyramid pose. One more stretch. Nice. And then take that back knee down to the ground. Untuck those back toes if you would like to. Arms reach up. And then hands to hips. Give yourself a really good hip flexor stretch. So bring those hips forward. Kind of point that tailbone towards the ground. Draw those shoulders back and up. Try and balance the shoulders above the pelvis. Good. And then just breathe into it. If you would like a deeper hip flexor stretch, you can reach the arms up, grab onto the right wrist, and lean to the side. But you don't have to. If you're getting a good stretch here, stay here. Clear your mind, breathe into it. Good. And then gently hands to mat. Tuck the back toes. Pick that knee up off the ground. Slide the other foot back to meet it. High plank. Oh yeah. Bend those knees now. Send the hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Ooh, how did we get here? Wag that tail. Make it a happy dog. Good. Maybe play with picking one foot up. Ooh, notice how that feels in the body. Bring it down. Switch it up. Other foot reaches up. Bring it down. Look forward. Step, hop, cartwheel, tippy toe, whatever you want to do to get to the top of the mat. Whew, sigh it out. Let's take it over on the other side. So you can grab onto that block again if you would like to. Squeeze the tummy in. Left foot picks up now. Ooh, standing splits. Don't be intimidated by the name. It sounds worse than it is. Standing split isn't really about doing the splits in the sky. It's just about balancing on one leg, which you can do. You know how to do it. Squeeze that tummy in. Maybe pick that heel up a little higher. Now pendulum it. Balance on that right leg. Whew. If we wobble, we need to touch down along the way. That's okay. Try and reach that left leg forward in front of you. Flex the foot. Ooh, get a little wobbly. It's the one bit of work. You can do it. Good. And then gently, one more breath in. And reverse that. Send that heel back behind you. Nice. And then slow motion. Foot comes to the ground. Whew, come back to that stretch. All of a sudden, that stretch feels like a safe place. Nice pyramid pose. Okay, good. Not for too long. Inch that foot a little bit further back, then lower down to the knee. Come to that lovely hip flexor stretch in that low lunge. So you can tuck or untuck the toes. Breathe in, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Pull those hips forward, maybe engage the glutes. Keep the lower belly pulling in. Hands can be on hips, they can be in prayer. Or you can reach them up above the head. Hold on to the left wrist, reach over to the side. Try and figure out what feels better in your body. Just because you did it on one side doesn't mean it has to be the same on this one. Breathe into it wherever you are. Let that hip flexor stretch really go somewhere deep. Good. Breathe into it. Nice. And then gently, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes, back knee comes off the ground. Slide that right foot back. High plank. Oh yes. You got lots of power in your yoga practice. Core engages, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Wag that tail out and then bend the knees. Lower them to the ground. Take it back to a child's pose. Whew, sigh it out. Nice. Walk the hands over to one direction. Lovely long, long stretch. And then slide it back to the middle. Opposite way, nice big, big stretch. And then bring it back to the middle. Good. Look between your hands. Snake it low to the ground. Come onto your belly. Trying to keep your chest as low to the ground as you can as you get there. Yeah, let it feel good. Rock those hips around. Turn your head to one side. Just pause for a moment. Nice. We're going to take 3 lift-offs here. So let's start with an airplane arm one. So we're going to reach the hands back behind you. Palms can face down or they can face up, whatever feels better in your body. Breathe in like a cobra pose. Gently reach the chest up off the ground. Reach the fingers back behind you. Keep looking down. Don't overwork it. Just take another deep breath and then lower it down. Turn your head the opposite direction. Maybe shake those hips. Good. Now, if that felt really good in your body, you can do that again. You're also welcome to take your arms to cactus arms. So palms face down, 90-degree bend in the arms. We're going to take off in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, arms off the ground, wherever they are. Good. Maybe you want to reach those toes back, pick the feet up off the ground as well. Breathe into it, don't overthink it. And exhale, lower it down. Whew. Turn the head the other way, shake the hips. Pause for a moment, listen to your breath, listen to your heartbeat. Reconnect with where you are right now. Good. And then reach the arms forward in front of you, palms face down. So if one of the variations we did before felt particularly good, you can go back to that. Otherwise, predictably, we're going to take the same approach again. So take a long breath out, clear your mind of expectations. And in one simple inhale, pick the hands up off the ground, maybe the toes as well. Breathe, 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 reach wherever you are. And then exhale, lower it down. Push the ground away, take it to a child's pose, knees together, forehead to mat. Let it feel really good in the lower back as you reach those fingers forward. Good. So nice. And then gently come up to a seated position. Good. We're nearly there. Extend those legs out straight in front of you. Flex the feet. Maybe give yourself a little rock to kind of ground down with the seat. Draw those shoulders back up just for a moment. If you'd like to, you can reach both hands up to the sky. Remember, your legs don't have to be straight, but those toes want to be reaching up wherever they are. And then gently let your heart fall forward and relax the back of the body. Let the hands go down and touch wherever they want to be. And soften. Try to do a little less rather than doing more. Try to let go rather than hold on. And let it feel good. Find a sense of comfort in the process. Nice. Gently come back up. Shrug the shoulders. Good. I'm going to take that right leg, bend it, sole of the foot touches the ground. Good. So that can be a deep bend. It can be a narrow bend. It's up to you. Find what works for you. You're going to bring the hands behind you and just gently pick that other foot up. Bend the knee, ankle on top of knee. Figure 4 shape in the legs. So if you're here and you're feeling a stretch straight here, you maybe want to change the position of that right foot. Find where you feel a stretch that feels good through that leg. Doesn't have to be deep to be effective. You'll feel it in different places based off of where that right foot goes. So find where that right place is. Push the hands into the ground, lift the chest up, and just breathe into it. Good. So good. Just take a few more breaths. Nice. Good. And you're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to uncross the legs, get both feet on the ground. Whichever shape you're in, you can stay in that shape, or you can push the hands into the ground, push the feet into the ground, Pick it up, give yourself a nice little stretch for a moment. Maybe try both, see what works for you, and then come down. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle again. Other side, we're gonna bend that left leg. Figure out where you would like to place it. Bring the hands behind you. Flex that right foot. Use that hip flexor strength to pick that leg up. Bend the knee. Ankle on top of that leg. Good. Keep the foot flexed and figure out where you want to place that left foot, the grounded foot, so you get the best stretch. Best stretch doesn't mean the biggest stretch, doesn't mean the deepest stretch. It means the place where it feels like the best benefit is happening for you today in this moment. It doesn't have to be the same as you've always done it. Good. Just breathe into it. Nice. A few more deep breaths. It's okay if it feels different on one side than the other, completely normal. You're welcome to stay here in this stretch if it feels really good. If you would like to, you can uncross the legs, feet to the ground. You can also push the feet into the ground, pick the hips up. You can keep the legs crossed in that hip pickup if you want to. Wherever you are, you're in the right place. Breathe into it. And then gently lower down. Extend those legs out straight in front of you. And lower yourself to the ground. Because you made it to the best bit of the whole yoga class, Shavasana. So relax those feet, let them flop open. Relax the backs of the legs. Relax the belly, all those core muscles. And work so hard and let your breath settle. Slowly, slowly let it all come together. At least for right now in this moment, you have nowhere else you have to be, so let yourself really just be here. Relax your jaw, your forehead, soften your thinking. Maybe focus just on observing your breath as it settles. Let your shoulder blades be heavy. Notice how they make contact with the earth and let them be a little heavier. Relax your fingers and toes. And notice the sensation between each one of them. Calm your thinking just for a few more moments. Let this calm be a space where it all makes sense. Breath, body, mind come together in peace. Just for another moment, let yourself be. And then take a sigh. Maybe keep your eyes closed, but wiggle fingers and toes. Invite that movement back into your body, whatever feels right. Maybe you want to rotate wrists, ankles, joints. Maybe you want to hug it in, reach around, whatever feels good. In your own time, very gently guide yourself up to a seated position. Try to keep the eyes closed. And just pause. Take a moment to reflect on your practice. And then take something with you about your yoga off the mat. Hands together, thumbs to forehead. Namaste.